Thank you all for coming. Before I say a few things for the Finance Committee, I'm going to introduce my colleagues and thank them for being here so that they can come up immediately after each other without my introducing them. We have Chairman Risch of the Foreign Relations Committee here, Chairman Wicker of Commerce, and Chairman Barrasso of Environment, EPW. We're here because the Senate Finance Committee has voted our USMCA out of committee 25-3, a very strong bipartisan vote. We expect the same bipartisan vote on the floor of the United States Senate when it gets up there. Under a parliamentarian's decision, it was referred to several other committees. These committees are, you're going to hear from some of those chairmen, but in the meantime, it takes just a short period of time for them to do what they have to do on it to get it moving. But I do not see that as an impediment to getting USMCA passed. And the only unknown thing is whether we're in impeachment or otherwise. The USMCA is very good for agriculture. My state of Iowa, #1 in the production of eggs, as an example. Or the wheat growing states in the Midwest. We've never been able to get our dairy products, our poultry, our eggs, and our wheat into Canada under NAFTA, and this is a big opportunity for that. We also have overall from the International Trade Commission statistics that it's going to create 176,000 jobs, $65 billion of investment in the United States, $34 billion of that just in the automobile industry as an example, and it's going to increase the gross domestic product somewhere between 10 and 15%. So this is something that's very good from an economic standpoint for agriculture, small business, and manufacturing. So I hope it's something that we can get to the president very soon, and you know what those questions are. But right now we'll hear from the chairman of the committee. So Chairman Risch.
Thanks much. For my state, for Idaho, obviously this is important, but it's important for every state. Clearly, the things that we have in here are bringing the NAFTA up to standards, up to today's world, and now it's USMCA. It's a good thing. It's been around too long. It's ready to be acted on. On our committee, I've noticed up our hearing, we have a markup for a week from today on Thursday. We will mark it up at that time. For those of you who delight in reporting that nothing bipartisan ever gets done around here, I'm unhappy to inform you that this is bipartisan. It will be voted on in a bipartisan basis and excitedly supported by people on both sides of the aisle. This is a good thing for America. It needs to get done. Thank you all for coming today.
What else can be said? This is a win for bipartisanship. This is a win for American workers, American small businesses. In the United States, we like to manufacture things and sell them all over the world. We only have 5% of the world's population. We benefit when we can sell things that we manufacture to the 95% of the world's population who do not live in the United States of America. The same is for our farm workers and agribusiness people in states like Mississippi and the other states represented at the podium today. We like to grow things, and we enjoy the fact that when you've got a good trade agreement, we sell twice as many of our goods and products to those countries as we do to the rest of the world. So this update of NAFTA, this bipartisan achievement of USMCA, is good for America. It's good for workers. It's good for agriculture to the tune of $2.2 billion. We only have a small part of USMCA in the Commerce Committee, but the parliamentarian has required that we report it. We're going to do so. on an expedited basis and on a bipartisan basis, and that will be part of the quick response next week to moving this along toward reality.
By any measure, the economy in our country is strong, healthy, and growing, and trade contributes significantly to that. If you really want to jumpstart an economy, you cut taxes, which Republicans have done. You get rid of punishing regulations, which the President and Republicans have done, and you unleash trade. And we're just going to see that with USMCA, the Environment and Public Works Committee, which I chair, will be approving it at a business meeting on Tuesday. It will be a strong bipartisan vote. The trade's certainly very important for Wyoming. Talked here about agriculture products. Beef, our #1 cash crop. Also energy exports that we have, Trona as well. And I would say it's not just USMCA. It's so many of the things that we've been doing along the lines of trade. The Japan-American Trade Agreement was signed on January 1st. And then on the 15th of this month, representatives of China will be here to sign Phase 1 of the China Trade Agreement. All of this is going to continue to contribute to the economy, where there is incredible amounts of confidence in the economy today. Unemployment rates are way down. Wages are up. There is a level of consumer confidence that we haven't seen in a long, long time. We have a strong, healthy, growing economy, and USMCA is going to continue to add to that.
So you can see that the Senate's not going to dilly-dally around while we're waiting to see what Speaker Pelosi wants to do on impeachment. And these committees are going to act very quickly next week. And so whenever the leader decides to bring this up, we'll be ready to go.